Hello and welcome to 16 Effective Tips to Supercharge Your Social Media in 2016. Welcome and thank you for being here. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule today to join us. We know there are many places you could have been, but you chose to be here with us today. And so, congratulations for being here. The question is, why are you here today? Perhaps you're here because you need help. You're frustrated with your social media results, or do I dare say your lack of social media results? Well, guess what? You're not alone. As a matter of fact, 54% of small businesses need help with social media marketing. Many people are feeling frustrated, and I wonder if you are feeling frustrated because of the many changes with Facebook and other social media channels and social media platforms out there. Are you feeling frustrated because you spend so much time getting fans for nothing, for no real reason, for no purpose? Are you frustrated because your fans are not really all your customers, and perhaps not many of them even qualify to be your customers? Are you frustrated because people are not liking your posts? They're not really responding with any comments. They're not sharing. And are you frustrated because Facebook, like Google, wants you to pay to play? In other words, they want you to do traditional advertising. They want you to create ads so that you can appear. Well, once again, welcome, and this is your preview webinar in this month's series for the March Marketing Madness, where we're going to be exploring social media marketing in 2016. Why do we do this? Well, because we want to make sure that we help you have a Sweet 16. This is the year 2016, and we want to make sure that you have your most successful year to date. And please make sure that you write the following dates down, because actually this webinar is one in a series of webinars that we're doing during this month of March as part of our March Marketing Madness series. And the dates that you need to save are March 9th, March 17th, March 24th, and March 30th. So make sure to save those dates and make sure to email us today if you'd like to join us for any of these events. These webinars will be held at different dates and at different times. So in order for you to RSVP, you must email us at marketing@XoomIM.com. Now these series, the upcoming ones, will be up to 2 hours each, and we have room for 5 business owners. So if you're really interested in leveraging your social media in 2016, make sure you email us, because the room for this webinar series is very limited. Now you may be wondering, and it's a good thing if you are, why should you attend a social media March Marketing Madness? Here are a few reasons, and I hope you jot them down, and I hope that these 4 reasons begins a process in your mind of starting to think about what you need social media for. These are all the possibilities that are within your reach as they pertain to social media marketing. Now, why? Aside from the general why, I'll tell you why. We have planned a very intensive training in the concepts and practice of social media marketing, with many social media topics that small business owners like you want to know more about. And the good thing is that you can attend from anywhere. Participation in the webinars is easy. As you see, you won't need any type of special internet connection or special software to download. All you need is internet connection and a phone line. And you will have access to the webinar recordings to review as many times as you like at your convenience, right from your office. The 4 webinars that we have for you are the following. In webinar number 1, we'll be talking about designing a social media strategy. In number 2, we'll be talking about engagement and content development. In 3, we'll be talking about measurement and analytics. And in 4, we're going to be talking about social media lead generation. Can we still generate leads from social media, even in 2016, when there are so many changes that have occurred, so many that are currently happening, and so many that are just around the bend? Yes, you can, and that's what we're going to share with you today, the 16 effective tips to supercharge your social media in 2016. So, you're social, and that's great, but so what? What does that mean? Does it mean that you get everything you want? Or does it mean that you get some of the things you want? Well, if you want to be a marketer, all it takes is really a little bit of social media strategy for 2016, and of course the help of us here at XoomIM and Constant Contact. And that's why we're here. We're glad that you're 1 in a million. And you know, this specifically refers to being 1 in a million with Constant Contact. But also know that you're probably 1 in a million people that are frustrated with all the changes. As you may or may not know, the platform such as Facebook has millions of subscribers that are on it each and every day, and sometimes for many hours at a time. And many people, like you, feel frustrated with all the changes, the constant changes. And that's why I'm here today. This is a picture of me, and I wanted to share it with you because I wanted you to know what I looked like and who I was. First and foremost, this was taken recently, as of a week ago, and I am proud to say that I have many partnerships, of which Constant Contact is one of them, and I am a Constant Contact solution provider. What that means is that I provide all the solutions of Constant Contact via my marketing agency that is called XoomIM. And what that means is that we manage the Constant Contact software, the Constant Contact toolkit for customers just like you who are customers of Constant Contact. Furthermore, the reason why I have a crown is because last year I was crowned as the email marketing queen. And my goal is to help you attract, capture, and retain affluent clients. I am the CEO of XoomIM Inbound SMarketing, and I'm also an authorized local expert for Constant Contact. What that means is that I am authorized to do any and all trainings that Constant Contact has put forth for all their customers and for people, ranging from email marketing to social media to SEO and many other webinars and live events that I conduct for Constant Contact. And now I'm also an inbound marketing certified professional. And here is my business card. Should you feel like you have questions that need to be answered in private or personally, please feel free to call our office at 786-529-1519, or you may email me at ev@zoomim.com. Please note that this email is for the purposes of inquiries with regards to marketing proposals, if you're wanting to hire us so that we may do marketing for you, or because you are looking for marketing training. And so when you email us, please note that you're also letting us know that you would like to be in the know and would like to receive our marketing news. And you will receive news via email from us, ranging from once a month to once a week. And as I mentioned, XoomIM is the inbound marketing agency that I work with. It is my agency that I founded here in Miami, Florida. And what we do there is we actually get hired as a team to do anywhere from websites to content marketing, lead capture pages, SEO, social media, email marketing. Most of what we do is work that is done for you. But remember that if you or your team or a member of your staff needs to be trained in any of these things that we actually do, we are available as business consultants, and we will train you or your staff in all of these, ranging from email marketing to social media to website development. Here's our mission statement. Please feel free to read it. Also, please note that our mission statement is also in the XoomIM website. Please feel free to visit our XoomIM website, where you'll find out more about XoomIM inbound marketing. What we do is we help small businesses generate leads and increase their online brand presence. And the way we do it is by a process that we call the XoomIM inbound marketing system. And it is a process of attracting, capturing, and also it's a process of retaining clients by using constant contact email marketing. Here is what that process looks like in an infographic. And this process, the system that we call attract, capture, and retain, is not just a system. It will also be the title of a book that I am writing on how to attract, capture, and retain affluent clients. And although today we're not going to get really deep into this whole system that I've developed, what we're going to talk about today will touch upon some of the things that are here demonstrated in this graphic about the system. So we really call our company XoomIM Inbound Marketing, and many times I ask people what is marketing, and a lot of times what I get is smart marketing. Well, actually that is true. It is smart marketing. And more precisely, when we speak about marketing, we speak about aligning sales with marketing. Aligning both of these will help you succeed and have greater results in your bottom line when you are able to properly understand and properly place marketing before sales, because marketing does precede sales, meaning you must do marketing in order for you to achieve greater sales. And that's what the XoomIM marketing process is all about. If you're not sure what you need to be doing, or if you're not sure, even after you attend this webinar, that what you're doing is the right thing for your business, please feel free to visit our website at SMarketingAudit.com. That is for a marketing audit, and you can do a do-it-yourself audit. And then if you'd like us to call you and do an audit for you, a more intense audit, please make sure to call us at 786-529-1519, and we will do a complete marketing audit of your business online. Also, as I mentioned, that I'll have some upcoming books. Please make sure to email me if you would like to receive a free chapter in the books that I am going to be putting forth in the very near future. For now, let's begin with the 16 tips that I have written for you. Please feel free to write these down, jot these down, or if you'd like, please feel free to review this webinar over and over again so that you make sure that you're following all these tips. So tip number 16, and we're going to go from 16 to the number 1 tip. You want to define your strategy. Many times I ask people if they have a strategy, and they say, well, somewhat. And sometimes people tell me, yeah, in my head. Well, I'm going to encourage you to have a written strategy. And yes, your strategy could be changing, just like social media is always changing. Your strategy may change, and that may be due to the changes in social media. And so the reason why I encourage people to have a written strategy is because it will help you. It will help you to revise, and when needed, also to make appropriate changes and improvements. Now, back in 2013, a woman had written down a map of what she thought a social media strategy should comprise. And of course, she talked about missions, goals, and tactics. Well, we're not going to dive deep into that today, except to say that yes, indeed, you need to know what your goals and what your tactics are and how those fit into your overall strategy. And part of that is, and as part of that strategy is having written goals. And when you know the purpose of why you decide to join a social media platform, why do you decide to engage, why you decide to spend energy, time, and money into a social media strategy, you need to clearly define also what your goals are, what your expectation, what you're hoping to. And of course, as you should know by now, marketing is all about getting results. So in your goals, you should write and be very specific what kind of results you want, what kind of results you expect. And results vary, and in the process of obtaining your optimal results, you may have some goals that say, well, I want to get 2,000 clicks. I want 2,000 clicks to a product that hopefully people will visit my website. Or you may say, oh, I want 2,000 clicks to download a white paper that I've written. At the end of the day, once you start doing different offerings and different call to actions, and you have thousands upon thousands of people visiting your website, what you want to do is make sure that you are following up and following through down the sales funnel so that you generate revenue. Because at the end, that is what we want. We want to generate money. And as I said, within your strategy, as you're writing your goals, you have to think about your purpose. Most people tell me that there are two main reasons why they decide to get involved in social media. And these are the two: brand recognition and lead generation. So let's take a moment, and I want you to quickly jot down your number one and then your number two. And if there's more than these, you want to jot those down as well. Now, I really like this slide because this slide talks about how our social media works into the overall plan, the overall strategy. So if you think about what you want your social media and basically your marketing campaigns to do, you really want to provide people with a wow experience, an experience that they feel that is memorable. Then once you provide that one-time experience, you just don't want them to go away. You want to entice them to stay in touch with you. You want to give them reason. And then you don't want to just stay in touch with people, but you actually want to engage. And engagement, to me, is a two-way conversation. And that's what you want. And the more that you engage people, they're going to start liking your posts, sharing your posts. When they share your posts, of course, that's going to drive some social visibility, which will in turn generate some new prospects. Tip number 14, you have to define your tactical actions. And this is interesting because a lot of the times, a lot of small business owners forget about the strategy. They forget even more about writing a strategy and go right into tactics. Oh, well, let's see what days I have to write a post, a blog, update my website, and they focus on the task, the action items, without the first step, which is the strategy. And yes, the tactical, actionable items are very important, and they work even better when you have a strategy, a reason for why you're doing what you're doing. So, for example, the whole idea of when do I post, what do I post, should be something that, in my opinion, at the very least, should be planned month by month. What I mean by that specifically is that you shouldn't be planning your social media posts right then and there. And sometimes you may share a post that you saw and that was interesting, that you share last minute. But my advice is that you plan it ahead of time, at least 1 month ahead. And if not, if you can, try and have something planned out for the whole year. Now that you are planning, you want to also think about who's your ideal client. Why is this important? The reason why this is important is because not everyone is in all the same social media platforms. What I mean by that is, if you were targeting teenagers because you had something, the latest gadget that teenagers love, let's say you were selling hoverboards, which seem to be like a big deal for teenagers, and some adults who think they're still teenagers, or some adults who are lazy to walk. No judgment. Then, depending on who your ideal client is, will depend what social media channel, what social media platform you're going to be using to engage people, to meet people, to create community in. So the first thing, before you decide which one, you need to decide who is your ideal client. Who is it that you provide a service, a product, a solution for? And then that'll help you select which platform to be in. And the reason why I say that is because one of the trends that we're going to notice in this year is that unlike other years, many national experts are saying that you should not be involved in every social media platform that's out there, that instead you should be focused. And when you're focused, you know who your clientele is, and you know which is the social media platform that they prefer, and then you're there, and you're steady, and you're providing value in that one. So that's something for you to really think about and decide. Now, tip number 12, as I just mentioned, you have to choose the best social media platform to engage with your ideal clients and narrow it down. How are you going to select? You're going to select by reaching your customers in their own space. So as I mentioned, if you have clients that you're targeting that are younger, maybe they are on Twitter, or they may be on Pinterest, or think about where they are and start looking for them, and then decide which platform you're going to use. As you may or may not know, these here are the top 3 social media platforms. If nothing else, I would encourage you to learn as much as possible about each of these platforms, and more importantly than learning about the platforms themselves is learn to listen to your ideal customers in these platforms, how they engage, what are they talking about, what are their problems, and how you provide solutions to those problems that they have. And once again, remembering always that you want to reach them where they are, because when you give them value and when you go to where they are, you're going to find that social media will create branding visibility, and it will be your source of referrals, because more and more people are going to be sharing with other people. In other words, it becomes kind of the old-fashioned word of mouth. And in case you're not sure, I want to give you something for you to review and think about in terms of who is where. For example, if you look at Facebook, Facebook has millions and millions, I don't know, now over 1 billion people that are on Facebook. And of course, Facebook runs the gamut from younger generation to older generation. So, but even within that, there are communities and groups that you can join, and there you'll see greater engagement. Because as you probably know, or some of you may not know, the new Facebook EdgeRank, the algorithm called EdgeRank, what it does is that it limits who can see your post, and it limits it to just 6% of those who have liked your page. And so because of that, you need to start narrowing on Facebook. And one of the ways you may want to do is by joining a group and engage more closely with the people of that group. Now, on the other hand, if you're a B2B and you're looking more at LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is more for business and it seems more business oriented, maybe you want to focus on LinkedIn, then you focus on how you can share value perhaps through the LinkedIn blog post, and you start writing a blog that you can share part of it, not just on your website, but also on LinkedIn. If you were interested, let's say, in targeting women because maybe you're in the wedding industry and most of the time women are the ones making the decision, then perhaps you want to visit Pinterest and you want to spend most of your time, energy, and money on Pinterest. So these are the decisions that you have to make in order to have success in 2016. Tip number 11, we suggest you separate your personal from your business as much as possible. I know that sometimes for solopreneurs, when there is someone that is a one-person show, you could get away with just sharing your wall. But overall, we suggest that you, for many obvious reasons, you separate it and have a personal page and include this year a community page, a group page, where you're actually sharing in a group interesting, valuable information that that group wants to know about because they share that same quality or interest. Tip number 10, you want to create a professional business page. And what we mean by that is make sure that as we have in our XoomIM page, our page is verified. We selected the correct vertical according to Facebook, advertising marketing agency. We create different, a picture that's professional and graphics that are professional. We also added our constant contact, join my list app in the Facebook page. So you want to make sure that as much as possible you make it look professional. Tip number 9 is you want to plan your content. We've been talking about strategy and thinking ahead, planning a month at the very least ahead of what you're going to, what's your theme going to be, what you want to be sharing. You also want to actually plan out your content, how you write it, what you're writing, and really review to make sure that that's something that is of value to your ideal customer. Not necessarily perhaps what you want to say, but what they want to hear from you, what they need from you. Of course, number 8, we're suggesting that you leverage social media by sharing the best type of content, and sometimes the best type of content appears to be on video. According to research, people have responded more positively in Facebook and YouTube via video. So it might mean that you might have to get out of your comfort zone, but guess what? We all have these things called smartphones, so we might as well start using them and start creating some video. Also, as you see today, I'm doing a webinar. You could also leverage this type of software, this type of technology to provide video in this form if you don't want people to be looking at your face, or you don't want to share your face, or for whatever reason, you can actually share video in this format also. Tip number 7, you want to create professional images. And as you notice, when I shared our XoomIM Facebook page, I had a professional image of myself. You saw the picture that I initially started with the crown, when I said I was crowned as the email marketing queen, and that's a professional photograph. And it's also a photograph that's just a week old. So, you know, do that. Make sure that you have professional images. And then also, And I'll get back to the professional images in a second, but here, when you create other types of images that's not your face, what you want to make sure is that, because since people are not big on reading, if you have to write text, then write text on images. Here's a little guide for what size your images should be in different social media platforms. Tip number 6, have a great offer in order to entice, to captivate, to tempt people to want to find out more about you, to visit your website, to stay longer on your website, to visit your social media pages. You need to have great offers, whether it be buy one, get one half off, whether it be buy this and become a loyal customer in the future, you're going to get rewards. Whatever you come up with, it has to be something that is of interest to your ideal customer. And of course, along with the offer is the call to action, which may say this offer is good over the next 24 hours. Make sure you call now. Make sure you email us now. So make sure you get really good at writing good call to actions. Remember, the way you write and what you write is very important. Why? Because content is currency. Content is like money. So make sure you're sharing content that is extremely valuable to your ideal customer. So the way that this should begin is, as I've stated before, have your customer, your ideal client in mind. Begin with them in mind. Begin by answering some of the questions that they have, by giving solutions to some of the problems they have. You can find a picture that best captivates your message. You can write on it something of value, give an offer that is a valuable offer, and then write in there a call to action. This will captivate more than if you just wrote text. This is a big one. This is with regards to writing grammatically correct, which is not always easy. I write a lot of content, and the content itself is, for the most part, very good. And many times I commit a lot of grammar errors. I, of course, have a tool on my computer that I use that helps me. And, of course, it helps also that my business and life partner, he is a English grammar Nazi. So it helps because he can help me with all my grammar errors. But if you don't have that tool and you don't have someone who's really good grammatically, then make sure that you outsource your writing so that people are not discouraged to work with you because they feel that you're not properly communicating your message across digital channels. Number 3, I mentioned this earlier. I started getting into it, but the number 3 tip is to have a professional photographer take a professional photograph. This is a pet peeve of mine because in the past, I used to work a lot with real estate agents, and they are infamous for having pictures that are 10, 20, 30 years old. And sometimes you look at the picture on their social media profile or their business cards, and it looks great. And then when you meet them, you can't even recognize them. No offense. I love people in the real estate business, so please, no hate emails. But please have professional photography. If you don't know a professional photographer, guess what? Just email us. Actually, we have our photographer here in-house, Gabriel J. Diaz. Please feel free to contact Gabriel today at gabriel@XoomIM.com or call our office at 786-529-1519. When you email Gabriel, mention to him that you saw his information via our live webinar, and let him know because he has a very special offer to give to those who mention that you heard about him through this webinar today. So make sure you get your professional portrait for 2016 with Gabriel at XoomIM.com. Tip number 2, in order for you to continue doing what you're doing, you have to be looking at what's working and what's not working. So you must analyze ROI. And ROI stands for return on investment. Your investment of your time, your energy, your money. Make sure that you understand how to look at all the analytics that all the social media channels have. Facebook has insight tools that you can actually see the engagement metrics, see who's engaging, when are they engaging with you. So does Twitter. Twitter can let you know what are the top tweets, all your audience insight. And guess what? So does LinkedIn. So make sure you're leveraging all these analytic tools to better understand how people are responding to your social media marketing. And the number 1 tip is to use social media to generate leads. Yes, I know you're frustrated. I know you haven't been knowing how to generate leads online. And by the way, one of our upcoming webinars is solely on this topic. We're going to take a deep dive into understanding how still today you may be able to generate leads from social media. So if you are frustrated with this and this is your number 1 goal, you have to make sure to email us at marketing@XoomIM to join that upcoming webinar. And remember, one of the best ways that we know how is by leveraging our Constant Contact email marketing tool on Facebook and other social media platforms to grow your email list, thus growing your contact list, thus growing, of course, your prospects, your leads. Remember, email plus social media equals increased customer reach, which bottom line equals money. If you're not sure what I'm talking about when I refer to the Constant Contact email marketing tool, please make sure to visit Email Marketing Queen right now. When you visit emailmarketingqueen.com, you can actually sign up and begin your very own complimentary, no strings attached, 60-day free trial of the Constant Contact Toolkit. It's a wonderful software that begins with email marketing but allows you to do social share, surveys, create beautiful event landing pages or lead capture pages that will help you not only grow your existing customer loyalty, but also will help you generate some new customer leads. So make sure to go to emailmarketingqueen.com today. If you have your mobile device and you rather text, pick up your device right now and type the word EVIE, that's EVIE, to the number 99000, and you can begin your trial that way. Very simple. Now remember, these are some rules for you to keep in mind when sharing via social media and also when you share via your blog or via email marketing, that only 20% should be promotional. So most people do not want you to be real pushy, especially at the beginning of the relationship with you. So remember, only 20% of all your content should be promotional. Now, we here at XoomIM Inbound Marketing are available to help you either by doing it for you or by helping you to do it yourself. We help you with blogging, we help you with email marketing as well as social media. So please feel free to call us. We have different packages to fit your individual needs and your individual budget. So we want to help you by creating a customized package for you. If you have questions, make sure to email us at marketing@XoomIM. Please follow us on Twitter at XoomIM. And if you are ready to get started right away, please call us right away at 786-529-1519, because if you right now do not have the budget in your marketing to hire us to do it for you, we want to help you to do it yourself, but do it correctly. We want to help you save time, save energy and money by teaching you the right and proper way of leveraging social media with email marketing, with your website, with blogs. And the way we do this is by inviting you to join our Affluent Entrepreneurs Mastermind so that you may be able to transform your business in 2016. So please make sure to call today and let us know that you want to join our Affluent Entrepreneurs Mastermind. If you currently are a Constant Contact customer and need further training on how to better use Constant Contact, please make sure to join us live on March 16 in Aventura, Florida from 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. for attendees of this webinar. The price to attend, that is $129. The regular investment is $149, so make sure to call us today at 786-529-1519, or feel free to email us at marketing@XoomIM and let us know you want to join us at the Constant Contact Academy. Now, having said this, as I mentioned before, if you're still confused, if you're extremely frustrated, if you're not sure what to do, then the best thing to do is to have a SMarketing audit. So make sure to visit SMarketingAudit.com today so that you can receive your SMarketing audit. Once again, this is Evie Hernandez saying thank you for joining us. I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to finding your audit online via the SMarketingAudit.com tool. And I look forward to finding you on different social media platforms and seeing you succeed. For now, this is Evie Hernandez, the Email Marketing Queen, saying thank you for joining us. Please make sure to email us so that you may join us for the upcoming 4 webinars on social media marketing during this March Marketing Madness month that we're celebrating. And please feel free to call us and let us know how we may help you. We're here to help you. All you have to do is ask. Thank you and have a great one.